We enrolled my daughter onto the coaching. She was wanting to do well, but not achieving her potential across a range of subjects. When we tried to support from home, that wasn't particularly going well, so it was causing arguments and friction, and that was difficult. And I kind of felt we needed some support in knowing how to get started, but it also to help it come from her, not from us, to take the pressure off our relationship with her. I thought it'd be better coming from somebody else. It was a leap of faith for us. I'd never heard of anything like it before, never tried anything like that before. But yeah, just it was really about helping her to go on a journey around self-improvement around school in a really positive way, without it impacting our relationship with her. We were considering tutoring for a few subjects, for a couple in particular, but I felt it was more, it wasn't just that there was one subject in particular, it was more generalised support that we were looking for around across the board, across all subjects really. Massive transformation. I'd say in behaviours we've gone from a real reluctance to get down to work, huge amounts of procrastination, disorganisation, arguments. We've gone from that behaviour to actually a lot more motivated, a lot more organised, a lot more self-starting, enthusiastic, and believing that she can do it. I think her self-belief at the beginning of the course was quite moderate in what she could do, but now she's really aiming much higher. Her grades have seen an uplift, so on average we've seen an uplift of about a grade across the board. But within the mix of that, some 8s as well, which didn't anticipate at all at the beginning. I think we've seen just generally a real maturity around the approach to work, a real confidence and belief in her work, and seeing her get down to it, and it's actually translated without a doubt into an uplift in grades across many subjects, which is brilliant, including some of the subjects which was one in particular that we were considering tutoring for, has actually gone to one of her best grades without tutoring, which is amazing. And I think I can see her confidence has grown as well as her aspirations, and much happier. Which is great. Now she's having lifted a grade to probably an average of about 6.5 across the subjects, looking in year 11 lift up a grade, at least a grade, maybe 2. So she's wanting now to aim for an average of 7.5 or even 8.5. So, which is months ago I wouldn't have I wouldn't have expected her to say that. She certainly wasn't saying that. So that's really exciting. That's coming from her. So it's let me step back. I still prompt, and it's not that I'm completely out of the picture, but it means when I do prompt, she's far more likely just to crack on with it without argument. So for me, absolutely brilliant, because I feel like we're on the same page and not battling each other over this. I'm not trying to push or pull her into doing the work, and there's a nudge and it's happening, and it's far more coming from my daughter rather than coming from us, which is fantastic, because one, it's very time consuming to try and push or pull a teen through a lot of work over the year, and other things going on with jobs and other children, all the rest of it. It's not necessarily sustainable to do that. So time wise it's been brilliant, because it's less time consuming, but probably far more important. I think it's allowed a far more positive relationship, because it's very easy, I found, to slip into it just being quite negative, nagging and arguments, and we've really come out of that, and I think it enables a far more positive, light touch approach to all of it, despite results improving, standing back, which is amazing. So for me as a parent, it's really brilliant seeing the improvements academically, but also in terms of having that whilst improving the relationship and the dynamic between us as well. I'd recommend it to anybody, but in particular, we started mid-year 10. We did it because we put things on a positive trajectory and got some really good habits in place ready for year 11. I think it's still really beneficial in those exam years as well, but I think if people have got the opportunity to start in year 10 or year 12, definitely go for it. And I think particularly it is that if you're just wanting that across the board support for your teenager to reduce the overwhelm, to boost confidence, to kind of have that calm, confident approach to improve things across the board. If anyone's thinking like that, I think it's absolutely fantastic. And anyone who's having challenges with teenagers around parents nagging and causing arguments and wanting to, needing to be able to step back, I think it's absolutely ideal as well.